So it is Rosie at RoseByNameCo, and I'm in the attic today. And the window that is taped up because it is broken at some point. It will be changed. However, it is probably the original window of about I don't know, 100 years old, or it's quite old anyhow. I don't know if it's the original window that is like 160 years old, but anyhow, I am in the attic, and this is my garden there a little bit, one of them, and I'm going a little bit fast. Yeah, I should go slower. And so over here is all the stuff that I use. And of course, it is a hoarder's, crafting hoarder's place. And I'm sure I'm not the only one, or at least I hope. And so today I'm at this machine here in the first room, and I'm just cutting up whatever it is I have here and try to make something out of it. So let me show you what I've done already. So over here I have some things that are already done. This is some kind of Christmas ephemera that I had, and I made it into like writing pages, a little folder, and here as well. This is the other part of it. It's got something in English and in French, so that's French writing there. Then here I have just a sticker I've been waiting to use in red, and also a writing spot. Here I made almost sort of like an abstract little collage with different snippets that I had over here, including these very thin pieces of paper that of course I can't throw out because I could use it somewhere. So a nice writing spot on that one. A couple of clusters here just of the red, I don't know if it's an apple, I think maybe it's a tomato that I had. Anyhow, clusters. And then I had a blank envelope that I embellished and sewn a little bit, so I can use that somewhere as well and put something in it. Then I had this one here that says projects, and I've also been hoarding it here on the desk, and I finally decided to just put something decorative on it, and on the back you can write. So now I have this here, and I cut out the piece of paper I'm going to put this on top of, and it seems to be, this is how I printed it, and it seems to be just right for a small envelope. So if I'm going to fold this, it's going to end up here with the writing the right way, and then this down here, and this is the right way too. So it's just meant to be that this is going to be a little envelope. I'm not sure if you can see on the desk, because I can't see anything what I'm filming. Where am I? Okay, so I'm just going to put some blue in the middle, and then around I'm going to sew it. So I'm going to talk most of the time, but I will also be quiet sometimes and just do the work. Nice and slow for relaxation. It's not a hurry or anything to get this done. I'm not sure if I need this edge. I can still crop it later. So let's see now how we're going to fold this. And then this on top. Yeah, I might need that a little bit. So if I fold it right on top, I might have to cut it a little bit. I might have to cut. I'm going to try not to cut off too much. Clean up the bits right away. And let's see if now we can fold at the line here. Okay, it seems to be good. Now, here I might still put something in the middle. I'm going to see if I have anything that kind of matches. Of course, over here I have a whole oodle of, you know, leftovers, fabric, and all kinds of like threads and things that I might use. So let's see here. This kind of does go with it, so I'm going to take a snippet of this. Well, there's a little, I think, a birdhouse here. I don't know. Should I let it hang like that all together? Is that too long? I could go over a little bit like this. Yeah, let's go over a little bit like that. So I am going to glue it down a bit, just so it stays put while I sew. I think it might be okay. Now, so I'm going to go with zigzag on this. Hopefully the camera won't move too much while I'm sewing. Oh, look at that. Something stopped here. Of course, you know, it always does when you're on camera. Some kind of technical problem appears. So far, I showed you what I already sewn, and I didn't have a problem. However, now seems to be a problem. But the thread didn't come out over here, so it should be okay. Let me see if I can make it not so lopsided. Let's try that again. I don't like it when the thread bunches up, but it does every now and then. Let's see if we try again, what happens. I wish this was a little straighter. But anyhow, so here it is. My little envelope. Just going to trim that, and let's see. Well, it closes well. And then let's see any other strings that we need to. I don't know why you did that. See, but it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, it's all a part of crafting, and nothing is too perfect, right? Now, I should have sewn this part attached to the back, and so we have a little envelope, and you know, put something in it. For example, my two clusters fit in perfectly. I would put a paper clip on it. I do like to put paper clips on it, but anyhow, so that's another little item that's done. Let me just put this away. The done ones. Okay. And I have another one of the same. I don't know if I'll do another envelope, but let me see what else I can do with this that's sitting on my desk. Okay, so what can we do with this one? Okay, I have a piece of paper here. I could just make it into a journaling card. So I am going to, oops, sorry about that. So I'm going to put it here and add something to it. Let me see if a little bit something purple. Not too much of it. And what else could I put? I do have this. I mean, this is what I'm trying to do, is clean up this over here. So now, I don't want it to be quite this wide, so I'm gonna snip some of it. That's not bad. And as far as the length, I can still snip it if I feel it's too long. Now over here, I'm going to use something that's a little bit firm. It's from a World Atlas page, and I kind of put it in between this and writing paper over here. Is this one just right? Maybe? Yes. Okay. So, let me see. Just to make the journaling card a little bit firmer. Now I could leave this. It says willow, squirrel, forest. It does have a few words that I can use, but I'm going to maybe stitch a little bit higher. And just using straight stitch. Didn't go too much higher because I wanted willow on the word willow on it. Okay. So it's a little bit like cushiony or something. And I like for it to be a journaling card or a tag to be quite firm so that I can take it out of the journal and write on whatever space that I have. So sometimes when they're too thin, they're just a little bit too flimsy for me, but not for everybody, you know, to each his own. And I can probably snip a little bit more on the top. I could put some kind of tab on it, but I don't think it needs it because it has fabric here as well. Now I made almost, I didn't glue this, but it's almost like a little tuck spot for something. Let me see, do I have anything that's... Let me see. It's almost, there we go. And it's a little tuck spot for another little piece of paper if you need it for something. I'm going to leave it, and it can always be glued later on as well. And if I want to put, what else do I have here? This is the reality, you know, when we watch videos that are all nice and everything looks clean. It's not really clean. It looks mostly like this, I believe, with most people. Or at least with me. So, just gonna cut out this very roughly. Not really fussy cutting, I'm just cutting around it. and looked for a purple one, and I can put that in here as well. Well, there we go. So the little pocket here was not planned, but it's there. I could go this way, or which way should I put it? I think it needs to be a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna have to cut this a bit. Okay. So it fits there. It fits better now. So that I don't want to encroach in this area, because this is a beautiful pressed flower that I actually have. I didn't do it. I bought a book and it was in there. And a beautiful, beautiful hibiscus, I believe that it might be. So a beautiful spot to write on and keep a little note in the front of it. Now I have this that I cut out. So let's see what I can do with this. Sure, there must be something. Now I have sheep sorrel, field something. I like the the name sheep's sorrel. Sorrel, I'm not sure. Now I am going to put this behind it, even though it's not the picture, but I think it's good. Okay. I did this one in an odd pattern. Doesn't always have to be completely straight. So now I need the backing for this as well. And I keep using the same until I'm sort of out of it. And then I go to the next page. And that's so that I don't end up with so much of cut up papers. Now, is there anything else I want to add to this? I'm not sure. No. Let's just sew it and then we'll see. Now I can put on the top my favorite. See, sometimes it does get stuck. I'm not sure why. The bobbin is giving me a problem there, I believe. So I'm going to pull on this. So this is not the problem. And I'm going to cut it so that it doesn't come out. And I'm going to have to cut this over here. Sometimes it's just the way it's... Oh, see, the other end is here. So I have to snip that off very closely, because that's what's interfering with the actual part I'm using of the thread. So now I have a thing here, and I'm going right over title, but you can still see it, that anything that you need to throw out, nothing like that. So this is still good. We've got grass anyhow. And in the back, it's now sometimes when the back is really the bottom, it's not the greatest, but it doesn't bother me. The top does. So I might also do the same thing I did in the front. Well, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Okay, so I think this is already enough for the front. And now I'm looking for something I might put in the back. Let me see, what else do I have in this mess? In this mess over here. Okay, I have... kind of papers I have for writing. Don't think I have enough of that one. So this is another area now where I have papers of all kinds, and I'm just going to look. I printed up a whole bunch. It says happy birthday on it right in the middle. So I haven't been able to use these, but you know what? It might work for this. Let me see. On this side here. And then these are some of my books. Let me show you a little bit. Into the 20th century. And then some harder brown paper. Exploration. And this is a whole series, and it has beautiful historical pictures that I like to use. And then any kind of history, atlas kind of books. And this one has a very interesting cover. And some encyclopedias. And of course, that's only a very small portion. Okay, we're back over here, and let me just glue this down a bit here. And then over here. I hope that's actually seen. I'm not sure how this will all work out, because I can't see anything, what it is I'm filming, if anything. We shall find out. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to stop it a little bit and check on that, if this is even usable at all. Okay. So here's another very cute little journaling card. And it goes on my stash over here.